Hi, my name is Sally.
My name is Courtney.
My name is Kyle.
My name is Stuart.
My name is Natalie.
My name is Tian, and today I'm getting baptized.
And today I'm getting baptized.
And I'm getting baptized today.
I am getting baptized today.
And I'm getting baptized today.
And I'm getting baptized today.
I grew up in a church that was very kind of legalistic and very much about the rules. It was very much so a religion rather than a relationship. I am best friends with Carissa Mermelo, and she invited me to come out to the gathering, young adults, when they did their kickoff barbecue. God used that to kind of flip-flop my story and say, having that risk of being abandoned overall, that's always gonna happen because this world's not perfect.
Before I came to Living Hope, I felt so alone. I felt that I was in the dark. I wasn't in the light anymore. And I just didn't know myself, and I didn't know if people knew what was going on in my life. But when I came to Living Hope, there were so many people who I met that were dealing with the same problem: anxiety, depression, sickness.
Ever since I was young, I loved making movies and I loved making music. And I thought to myself as I got older, I could use these things to benefit myself. I could become perhaps incredibly rich and incredibly famous. And I wanted everything that this life had to offer. And I started seeing all this deception and all this wickedness and all this evil, and I didn't know how to make sense of it. In the midst of all this chaos, my mom mentioned to me that she was gonna go back to her roots in Christianity. And I thought to myself, everything that I had put my dreams and hope into was just crashing down with all this evil. So I decided to give this Jesus guy a shot. I'm so thankful to know Jesus now and to be here in a church, regularly attending a church. I would have never thought in a billion years I would be regularly attending a church and actually believing in Jesus. If he could turn a sinner like me into a person who's more like him, he can do that for anybody.
Before I knew Jesus, I was in addiction. I always thought there was something missing inside. So in 2015, my mother-in-law introduced me to the Lord, and I thought that I had really known him, but then Marsha and Shannon taught me more about the Lord, and I thought I had known him before, but until working with these two women, I found out I really didn't know him until now.
After my mom died, my dad took us to church. We started going regularly. I had a hard time connecting with people there and fitting in since I didn't grow up with it. For a while, I thought religion was all basically the same, and you just had to find the right one for you. Right before our daughter was due to be born, my husband went to jail. And I looked up and I said, God, my way isn't working. I can't do it on my own anymore. I've wandered into this mess, and I need you to get me out.
I was raised in Catholic Church, and it was obligations and rules and going through the motions, but I never felt the Lord in my heart. What brought me here was the hardships that I've gone through as an adult, and our Lord just showing up in my face, I got this, the blessings that I got out of the hardest times.
If I'm gonna ask myself, why are we all here? It's for Jesus. It's to live for him. It's to follow his commandments, not because he's really strict and wants us to follow these rules, but because he made us and he knows us and he knows what's best for us.
So I lived my life without Christ in first person. Everything was viewed through my own eyes, everything was about me. But once my vision switched to third person, it feels like I'm watching myself grow and learn and just become mature as a follower of Christ through Christ's eyes rather than my own eyes.
I try to put everything in his hands, but I'm still working on that. Because when I do that, I see the results are the way they're supposed to be, not the way I think they're supposed to be, the way they turn out for the best.
Since Jesus has come into my life, I've gotten a lot of things back that I've lost. I have gotten to see my daughter again and to build a relationship with her. I got my self-respect back and my worthiness.
It's really hard to wrap your head around the magnitude of how much he wants a relationship with us. I'm getting baptized as an act of obedience and acknowledgement that there's no freedom without Christ. I also don't want my children to have the burden of wondering where I am after I die. I want them to see me live out my conviction that he died so that I can live.